Hello, it's Judith here from Therapies for the Mind with an exciting announcement. I have recently been running specific programs for people with a fear of needles, but I've now decided to open that up for anyone with any phobia or fear. So, in case you haven't read or watched anything that I've done before about phobias, what is a phobia? A phobia is a persistent, intense, unrealistic fear of either an object or a particular situation. Now, the object can be inanimate or it can be alive. And people can have fears about any object or situation. But there are some very, very common ones. And the top 10, I think I've got the number right, but the top 10 are heights, flying, spiders and snakes, being alone, being in confined or crowded spaces, blood, needles, medical procedures. These three tend to go together, although they can come separately, but I've grouped them together here. And social phobia, sometimes known as social anxiety. And this is normally where people are uncomfortable being in a group of people they don't know or don't know terribly well. And generally, the fear is around what people will think of them. The fear of being judged for how they look, for how they behave, for how they speak. And it can mean that people can end up being unable to mix with anybody but family and close friends. So when the time comes, they can't go into a pub. If it's got a lot of people in it, they can't accompany a partner to a work event. They are very, very limited in their social activities. So those are the list of most common phobias. There are others, obviously, and I have worked with all of those over the last 9 years. And as I say, 100% success rate. So the phobia program is coming soon, starting at the end of this month, April. And I'm slightly changing the program because I've widened it out to include any kind of phobia. So in addition to the 5 weeks of sessions, there will be an initial half-hour session with me one-to-one. That's so that I can make absolutely sure that what you're suffering from is a phobia, and that it is suitable to be done within a group situation. It's very, very unlikely that it won't be, but I need to make absolutely sure. And we can do some work on your specific phobia in advance or in preparation of the program, because your phobia will not necessarily be the same as anybody else on the program. But it feels very much the same, whatever the fear is. So my experience of having a phobia is a fear of flying. And it came upon me very suddenly and very scarily while sitting in a plane at the end of the takeoff runway as we were just about to go whoosh. And I had a panic attack. Had travelled on planes lots before, never had a problem, thoroughly enjoyed it. Never had a panic attack in any other situation except on an aeroplane. Now, what I say to people with phobias is it's only an issue if it's having a significant effect on your life. So for me, the significant effect was initially I refused to fly, and that persisted for nearly 10 years. And then I struggled to even go to an airport. I struggled to look at aeroplanes in the sky. So as well as being persistent, i.e. they never go away on their own, phobias tend to get worse. So from not wanting to fly in an aeroplane, mine expanded out, and that's often the case. So for instance, with fear of spiders, it may start with, I'm unable to go upstairs if there's a spider on one of the steps, to I have to check my house constantly for spiders, or I can't go into my garden, or I can't go for a walk in the countryside because I may encounter a spider. With needles, it's often expands out to medical procedures, because if I go to the doctor's with some symptoms, he may say, oh, get a blood test. Or, you know, I may have to have an injection of some kind. So they do tend to spread out and therefore have more and more effect on your life. The good news is, if you're suffering from any phobia, doesn't have to be one of the ones I've listed, it can be one of the more rare ones. That would be interesting for me, not for you, I'm sure. But if you're suffering from any kind of phobia, you can join the program, and I can guarantee, and the guarantee comes with the program, that you will be free of your phobia. And up till now, everybody in the program has managed it within the program, which means in 5 weeks, you could be free of your phobia. I would imagine for some of you, that might be a huge relief. Happy to talk to you, and included at the bottom of this video will be a link to the website page so that you can find out a bit more about the phobia program. And if you are a phobia sufferer, then I look forward to seeing you very, very soon in a program. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. And as always, stay safe, stay well. Bye.